Welcome back to the Real Triathlon Podcast. Ooh, I just got a notification too. We could have live streamed this. It's a new feature. But Lisa, Jackson, you guys are back from Santa Cruz a while ago,
Augusta.
and then Jackson. I mean, did you guys do Augusta? I know you went to Augusta.
Augusta did us.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I was telling after that race, I was told Adam, I was like, I don't know, man. Maybe everyone's getting too old. I don't know what's happening here. Our DNF rates.
That's
Hey,
for
you know
sure.
when was the last time I had a DNF?
It's been forever, man.
2023, I think, at Milwaukee. I was sick and I felt horrible on the run, and I was like, this is done. Anyways, yeah, not the best weekend in Augusta that we've ever seen. I mean, probably better than last time we went to Augusta still.
But potentially, we started the race.
Last time you still had the opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, and go figure, there was also a hurricane, still, same weekend, but it wasn't there.
I know. Yeah.
True.
It was coming in, hot to South Carolina. I was like, hopefully my flight gets out on Monday, because I don't want to be stuck here.
Yeah. I had some athletes doing a Belgian waffle ride in North Carolina this weekend, and, the whole course has changed completely. Now it's 60% on the road.
Wow.
Whoa.
Because of the crazy.
Way up more. Interests me way more than a gravel race, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, Augusta, how was the vibe? How's the town? I haven't been there in about 5-6 years.
Feels pretty it feels like there's not a lot going on. I don't know about you, but I feel like there's not really a place. It's at least where the race is near. There's not really a downtown that people go to, and it's not quite like that. It's not like Chattanooga. Chattanooga has more of it just has that vibe near that aquarium where you're like, oh, this is a place people actually hang out and it's cool.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Chattanooga pulls you in. Chattanooga's like, hey, we got a great downtown. Augusta's like, there's a couple streets. Don't worry about it. Go on.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's like
okay.
a southern town. It reminded me a lot of other little southern towns. But there were 3,300 age group athletes, total participants. So it's a huge race. So many people come and do Augusta. I don't know if it's because of the downriver swim or what.
You think? Of course it is.
I know, but there's other Maine and Oregon.
And they sell out. They sell out.
That is a good point. But so it drew a huge crowd. It was pretty toasty, on the run. People were coming in looking like actual zombies. So,
how was that heat prep you guys did? How'd that pay off?
Really great.
Hey, you know what? You still get the blood volume boost, and then in your training block for Worlds, you can still utilize that. So take that.
I love it. I love watching all the social media of everybody just getting ready for Kona, just hammering. Isn't that it's great. It's beautiful to see. Everyone's just we're going to go out there and make Kona our bitch. And then race day, it's half of those mother effers be DNFing because it sucked.
But also, Kona's not going to be that hot. It's supposed to be mid to upper 70s.
I'll let you know. We'll be there.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, usually isn't it upper 80s? It's still going to feel freaking hot, but not, I don't know.
Usually,
not as what I was
the one time I did it, it felt like my head was in an oven. As soon as I started the run, I'm like, well, this is not fun. So
yeah, Kona's a microwave. I feel like.
Yeah, but anyways, Augusta not the best. Obviously, for those who don't, we should probably say what happened. So
true that.
Okay, so race Augusta downstream swim. Let's go through my race real quick first. Had a pretty good swim. Was within about 55 seconds of the front. Two guys, which one of them was Ben Canute. Then the next group was 25 seconds ahead of me, and that was Appleton, Jason West, just a bunch of the contender guys.
Wait, can we play a game while we give a race report? Can we have to change the front letter of their last name to the first letter of their first name, and the first letter of their first name to the first letter of their last name.
Ken Banute.
It'd be Ken Banute, Wason Jest,
Am Sappleton.
Am Sappleton. Yep. Can we please do that?
Anyways, got on the bike, made my way up to the front group, couldn't drop them. Too many strong dudes there, and there was that Greek dude was really strong. He kept closing down preventing any gaps because if I went to the front, I pushed hard. He just wouldn't. Like he was really strong. And then
Whoa,
yeah,
haircut?
I know that's what I was thinking.
did I?
You
I don't
got
know.
it.
If
I don't ever see you without a hat anymore.
I don't know. Anyways, got halfway about 50K on the bike. I think is where the screw got in the tire because I started hearing the click 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 and felt a little off, but I wasn't sure what it was. And then on the like really rough road downhill with sharp turns in it, I felt like I had no handling. I was like, oh my gosh, this feels off. And I like let a big gap open ahead of me. And then I couldn't close the gap. Like I just had no speed. So I was losing the air. And then at like 65K, she was empty. I was hitting the rim on the bumps. So jumped off, found the screw, and that was the day. Day done. I was in the front group, and then I wasn't. So, that was the way it went. But honestly, it wasn't playing out in a way that was going to be like a podium anyways. So I would have been maybe battling for like a top 5 or 6 if I had a really good day. So wasn't totally, gutted. It could have happened at a lot of a worse time in different races. So then I went to cheer. I went back. I made it back. Just soft pedaled it in on the flat. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to cheer for Lisa when she comes through transition. And then she comes walking and she's like, oh, I think I'm done. And I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
Lisa Licharis.
Yeah. Guys, I did not have a very good swim. I got the shit kicked out of me for like the first
Who?
like
Who did
300
it?
meters. Number
Who was on ya?
78. And whoever number 78 was, I was like,
Ooh, look it
God,
up.
freaking, this is like, I just made a poor decision at the beginning of the swim, with where I like started. But I was like, it's downriver, it doesn't really matter. But I was in between 2 girls, and they were like, hit me, and then someone was like swimming like up on top of my like back. Like they were on top of me. And I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, I had that too for a minute, but no.
And I was like, oh my gosh. So then that would happen for the first like 300 meters. And I was like, F this. I'm not going to any other group. So I like pulled back and I just sat on their feet the rest of the time. But I did when I was like, who is number 78? Just keeps hitting me in the head. I actually don't know who it is. But
We're going to look it up right now and time her out.
Jackson's going to find out who it is, and then we're going to go into this segment right here.
What grinds my gears? What grinds my gears?
Lisa, tell me about how you feel when people swim on top of you.
I just feel fucking pissed off. Leave me alone.
Jackson's going to come in with it, whoever it is.
Oh,
But,
they don't have the
it
star list up
happens.
anymore, so I would have to go back and find it somehow.
Dang.
Anyways, I'm probably sure I've hit lots of people in the swim in my days too. But I really like don't like contact in the swim. I like to be pretty nice. But anyways, so my swim was pretty like But I did save a bunch of energy when I went to the back and was just like accepted my fate of here I am. I came out of the swim, was fine. It was probably people I typically swim with anyways. Got on the bike, and just tried to make quick like time up. Felt pretty solid the first maybe like 10 miles or so. And then kind of 15 miles into the bike, my low back, my QLs, started to get like super, super tight. And this happened too in Santa Cruz. But I was in a group in Santa Cruz, so it didn't matter as much. And on this race, it didn't affect me a ton until kind of the last like 15, 20 miles, because the middle, like mile 10 to mile 40-ish, were like pretty rolling. So it was pretty dynamic. You had enough time to get out of the saddle, get out of aero, like on your horns instead of in the bars. So, but once we got to this pancake flat section, just the wheels were falling off, and I just could not hold aero and push power, which was really frustrating. But on top of that too, I felt pretty shitty. And I felt pretty bad in Santa Cruz, just like pretty low energy. And I got into this awful mind space, like headspace where I was like, God damn it, why couldn't I hit the nail that Jackson hit? That was one of those. I was like, I just need a flat tire right now. Like, take me out of this race.
Wait, but you didn't know I had a flat yet.
No, I didn't. But I was like, where's a piece of glass?
Well, hey, meanwhile, you got a guy over here who's just wishing you could ride a bike and
No,
what it felt like to, and you're just taking it for granted. That's what you've been a pro for too long. You need to break your hip or something to get some perspective.
Don't worry. Yeah. No, I think it's real though to like have those moments in races and to be like, I'm frustrated with myself for having those mental feelings and really negative thoughts like in the race and not being able to like battle out of them. But pretty much when I lost like 5 minutes on the bike in the last like 20 miles, I was like, I'm not running. Could I have run? Absolutely. And is there a world if it was my last race of the season, would I have run? For sure. In my head, I was like, I'm done for the season. But another frustrating thing that happens to me is every time I race, I am unable to run for a week after the race, which is really frustrating because my calves are really blown up. So I was thinking in my head, I was like, Lisa, you can go jog, finish the race, or you can just like try to cut your losses right here. Try to be able to not put yourself into more of a hole. So really, I just have to figure out these back issues on the bike, my low energy, and really work on being able to stay more mentally engaged and focus more on positives. But I do think that's like, there's only so many times I think personally I'm able to race where I feel awful and still finish and battle through. And every time I do something like that, I think it's like, you know how cats have 9 lives. It's like you lose another life. And in a season, I think I have the capacity to only do that so many times. And this time I didn't have the mental, physical capacity to try to push through.
It's probably because the week before that we had a podcast and we were talking about racing and how much you should race. And I was like, wait a minute, I think 6 halves is just as detrimental to the body and the mind, and I don't know if that's healthy. I don't know if it's as equal. And you guys were like, 6 halves is ain't shit. You can show up 6 halves and win every single one and go home and kiss your mom.
No, I was saying that 6 halves is not as taxing as 3 fulls. And I stand by that still. But yeah,
back to your point. I agree with you, Lisa. Sometimes you don't have it on the day. No matter how much you try to pull yourself out of the gutter, you just belong in the gutter. And you got to have those gutter moments so you can go to Worlds and you can let her rain. Pull out the rain dance at Worlds.
I think it's going to end up being beneficial for both of us to be able to just focus in on the training. 6 weeks to Worlds. Just lock it in. I'm going on a solo training camp to Sierra Nevada because nobody's reliable.
Everyone's bailing on you.
But you know what? I'm kind of excited to go just be alone in the mountains for a minute.
I think
it would be cool
you're going to love it.
Hang out with some people at the pool and do some training together, but just staying by myself is going to be cool. So yeah,
be good.
It's going to be nice. I got to just
get my cover my airfare and lodging, and I'll video it all. Make some videos for it.
If I had made any money this year from racing, I would have done it. But
I know.
And then I went to the wind tunnel, and
yes, you and Mark went to the wind tunnel on Monday after the race.
And we're gonna do at some point an Instagram live talking about the wind tunnel, but still talk about it now. It was pretty okay. It was how to explain this? It was like I tested a bunch of different positions with the new bars and the old bars. And the new bars with the position I was already using was the fastest, so go figure that. But I spent the first hour and a half basically doing that, and then I tested a few other things and didn't really have time to test some of the things that might have been good to test, so that was a bit too bad. But the new Zoot P1X was the fastest thing I changed. Like it saved 4 watts at 45K an hour, so probably closer to 5 watts at like race effort. Which is pretty
awesome.
substantial for me. And then Mark, I had to hit on the road because I had like almost 12 more hours of driving to do, but his eye flaps were good, so they tested well for him.
You can just hot glue some shit on there, by the way. You don't need anything crazy for that.
I'm gonna hot glue like motivational quotes. Lisa, don't.
Like,
keep pushing.
Remember, You got this.
Nick is at home with a broken femur.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to feel bad about myself.
No, you're not allowed to. You have no ability to have empathy or sympathy anymore.
But okay, I've got a question for you guys in terms of like wind tunnel. So you show up to the wind tunnel, by the way, which was delayed a few days because you got a call 48 hours before that computer glitch issue, working on fixing it, isn't going to be ready in time. So instead of going Thursday before the race, you go Monday after the race. And then you go there and there's tools everywhere, nothing's organized. The trainer that you're connected to when you're pedaling in there is like kind of wonky and doesn't provide even resistance, so your pedal stroke doesn't feel right. Just things are kind of janky. Just everything seems disorganized. Like when you're pointing in the wind tunnel, it's not quite straight on with the fans, and then you go to your yaw angle and it's fine. You come back and you're like to straight, and you're like, this isn't quite straight. Is this calibrated right? And then the numbers come out and it's saying your CDA is like higher than Lionel's, and you're like, I don't think this is, I don't know. So like, and then you retest your baseline after you change some stuff and go back, and then you're like, it's like a few watts different. And you're like, I literally did the same thing in the same position. How is this happening? So confidence in the results isn't that high, and the dude running it, like, honestly, just was running it to, you could tell it wasn't like they had one helmet that's been made, that's been released in the last like 4 years. One helmet, they had the Rudy Wing Dream. All the rest were like ancient old helmets that nobody tests. Like he's like, oh, Mark, try he said, Mark, try the Giro Arrowhead, which was the best helmet from like 15 years ago, and he put it on and it was 17 watts worse. So it's like a waste of a trial.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just like,
I'm telling
you
you,
don't get the feeling
I
like you
agree,
got
it's a
someone
waste.
who wants you to actually freaking do better. It's just somebody who's running the hour and running the hours and getting paid, and that's it.
Yeah.
A2 wind tunnel, step it up. Janky.
Yeah.
But none. Yeah, that's why I haven't gone to wind tunnel yet. That and because it costs a fortune.
Some
Everyone
people's
just
sponsors
copy
pay for it
everybody
all,
else's
and
fast.
some people's
Me
don't.
too.
I can tell you this, even some of the sponsors who pay for it, you may get paid and have it done, but then they'll drop you the next year, so it's not like you get it all the time.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I also didn't organize it that early, so hopefully I do want to go to the Silverstone at some point, and because you can get set up with someone there who knows what to test and what could actually help
And
you out.
we know the guys who run it. We are friends with the guys who run it.
Yeah, so that's going to be big time difference. But anyways, good experience, and the Zoot P1X is super fast, so that's sweet because I'm going to have one of those for Worlds. When's that coming in then? The old.
Everyone's starting to get them already, so since you're
Okay.
in Canada and everything's dumb over there, it's probably just in the mail. No, it's probably in the
Canada
post.
Post is on strike again. It's the biggest scam of a thing ever. They lose $10 million a day, the Canada Post.
And they're like, we got them, boys. We got to buy the balls. Just don't work. We
I
get 'em."
wonder if I have no
Exactly.
idea if the U.S. Post Office, if they make money. I feel like it's really expensive to send things.
Yeah.
Well, it's like insurance, right? So, like, everyone pays a set amount that's relatively close to what you might cost. And the same thing with the post. They just charge you some arbitrary amount that's going to help cover the main cost of airplanes and wages and all that shit. So it's like not even relative to like real stuff.
Do you know what we should have done? You know when the first like forever stamps came out, when they were like 32 cents a stamp or something? I should have like bought millions of 32-cent stamps, and then when they're like, I don't know how much they cost now, probably like 75 cents or something, we could have sold them for like 50 cents each and made so much money. Is that
Sure.
legal? I don't know.
Well, check this scam out that happened years ago that I was jealous I didn't do. People were buying, you could buy silver dollar coins from the U.S. Mint, and you could buy them with your credit card. And every time you bought them with your credit card, you could earn Sky Miles on that. And then you could deposit that cash or those silver coins directly back into your account and pay off your card. And so people were doing that, and they went on like hundreds of air miles completely covered trips because they were buying like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of these. And then the U.S. Mint figured that out, and they're like, nah, sorry.
Wait, I missed the punchline of
I
that. So
don't
they
really.
return them, but they don't have to return the miles? Because I've heard
No,
about
yeah.
that.
So you keep the miles.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
So they didn't return. They basically used the money to pay off the debt because they bought money with money, and then they used the money to pay off the debt,
Oh,
which was real. And so they just accrued the sky miles legally.
yep.
Hurts my brain to think about. But I'm just mad I didn't get like into Bitcoin when Bitcoin was. You could have been like a bajillionaire.
There's a
I don't know.
there's an
Look,
infinite number of things you could just talk about like that. But anyways, we should just probably talk about triathlon for a minute.
no. Let me just tell you one last point about money, okay? I've been around all different walks of life, and the people who are the happiest, let me tell you, they are not rich. They are not rich. They have better family values. They take care of each other. They fucking hang out on the weekends for hours and laugh the whole time. And they take care of their kids. Rich people, we just got so many more problems than anybody can handle because it's our own bullshit. All right? Let me just tell you that. You're a nugget of an old man who's got a broken hip.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick, give us an update. Give us an update on the hip and the
didn't actually
feels.
say.
Yeah, today was an x-ray, and you can see like it's light gray filling in to the crack. It's hard to see on an x-ray. A CT scan would show it better. But they were like, yeah, this is what we expected. However, you're healing fast. But we know you're an ambitious mother effer, so we don't want you doing anything yet. Just be chill. But they did clear me to do full body weight on my crutches, and they were like, in 2 weeks, then we can take you off the crutches and go walking without them. But like, they don't know that I'm like walking all kinds of places already with both my legs without crutches. I didn't tell them that. But I don't have any pain. I'm not doing it to where I feel like it's weak or vulnerable. If anything, I'm just putting like light toe pressure. Even in the pool today, in the 4 foot, 3 foot area, I was walking flat footed, just trying to get range of motion with water up to my shoulders. So I'm using all the knowledge I have plus their warnings, and I'm making some educated decisions not to push it too far and have any issues. But I will tell you, it's great. It's getting better. I've been swimming every day. I've been lifting with blood flow restriction cuffs. I'm starting to get jacked and tan again. I was going to try to ride a bike, but they were like, no, don't. So I think I will just not ride a bike and listen to them. But I'm trying, like we go to Kona next week, right? My goal is to do everything possible to heal even faster than normal somehow to be off crutches by Kona, or at least have a pimp cane.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
Might get a
sick,
cane.
actually. Just the cane.
Actually, I think, can you get a wheelchair? I want a like an electric wheelchair, and we can like scoot that thing
No.
around.
I mean, the problem with those is like that's a commitment. That's like you can't get up and walk. Like you need to be in that. People be like, "Why are you in a wheelchair, man? You can walk."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can have people like push you around at the airport, push you right up to your
No.
gate.
People don't know how to do that well. I got ran into a few times and cried during my injury because someone pushed me into a chair with my wife.
Oh no. Okay, so Kona. Speaking of that, that's a good segue. What's going on with that? What are your guys' plans? Who's gonna win? What is cool about Kona?
Wow.
Man, the good news I think is that we know so many of the female athletes out there, like just through racing over the years. And I don't know, I honestly have a hard time knowing who to pick anymore. Like Laura Phillip, obviously, Lucy Charles Barkley, obviously. I mean, she's just insane good. But you got Fenella Langridge, and you got like a lot of other girls who could mix into that top 8 and be really awesome. Chelsea Sodar was back.
Taylor Knibb, Kat Matthews,
Yeah, keep it going.
Julie Duran,
Solveig Lovset.
Solveig Lofsig.
Yeah, some of the names I can't pronounce quite well.
It's
gonna be
gonna be
exciting.
like an epic race, I think.
It's gonna be like just a complete annihilation of the course record. Like it's gonna be just like
Oh yeah,
gone.
yeah. I think I don't know what the swim course record, but I think the bike course and run course record are gonna fall, like
Yeah.
All
significantly.
right,
Especially
let's
if
think
they're
about
slightly like moderate temperatures, not as hot as typical hot Kona, which right now long-term forecast is calling for more like mid to upper 70s.
all
Probably
right,
1,000% humidity, but
let me list off some more names for you, just because I think we need it. And there's so many. We've got Rebecca Anderbury, Merle Brune, Stephanie Clutterback,
Rebecca Anderbury is an amazing cyclist.
Julia Scala, Bruna Stolf, Jana Understadt, Alice Alberts, Lottie Lucas, Lisa Pertier, who has been really doing well.
Lisa could have and she does super well in the heat. So
and she's great in the heat. Annie Reichman, who has also been crazy good. She nailed it at South Africa. Mm-hmm. Hannah Berry, Tamara Jewett.
I think Tamara could potentially get the run course record.
Yeah, I mean, crazy. Els Visser, Anna Strello, Chelsea, India Lee, Laura Phillip. And I'm going off of a list that has them all classified by age. Fiona Moriarty. She's a sweetheart. Sky Monch, Jocelyn McCauley, Sarah Svensk. Man, Maja Stage Nelson. I don't know. That's all I got for now. I can't see the rest of it. Rachel Olsen?
Rachel, yep.
She's racing Kona? That's wow.
Marjolaine Pierre.
Yeah,
I mean, the list goes on, and I think it's also going to be the closest Kona in terms of placement, but time between 1st and 10th that we've ever seen. But I think someone is just going to freaking absolutely light it up. But how cool would it be to see, I love races when it's just, you don't know, you're 10 miles out and you're like, I have no idea who's going to win. No idea.
Yeah.
That's
kind of what happened at the men's race.
Yeah. That is until until Patrick ran away with it. And last year in Kona. But this year too. Yeah. Ooh, it's going to be pretty epic. But
and next year, everyone's at Kona. So this is the last split year. How nice.
How nice.
You know what we should do, you guys? You should do a podcast every single day.
I mean, I think
you know
we
what? That's
actually
a funny
could.
joke. You know what's funny? Did you see the thing where Jack Kelly lost his mind about how Pro Tri News is, because Jack Kelly did the podcast every day or whatever for Nice, and now Pro Tri News is doing a podcast every day for Kona as well, and then Jack Kelly's like, is anybody going to call out how incredibly lame this is that they stole my idea? It's like, it's a podcast frequency. You don't own a frequency of doing podcasts. I'm sure somebody's done a podcast every day for years. Did you steal it from them? It's so dumb. God,
that's why.
I actually really like both of those podcasts. I really do. And I just think this is the stupidest thing ever. It's like, dude, obviously if they see there's a market for something, they're gonna go and do it. What do you want?
I don't know. I think, in my opinion, I've always looked at the guys who report on everything and just have a little bit of a know-it-all in fun personality. I like what they say, but I respect people who are more actual athletes and report from an athlete's perspective. So that's just why I like listening to certain podcasts.
Yeah.
Like ours.
Do you re-listen to them?
The ones I'm not on, yes.
Yeah.
I have to hear about the bullshit. So Kona's coming up. We'll be out there. I'm trying to get an earlier flight so we can get it, because I think I land at 7 p.m. on Wednesday. I'd like to get in a little earlier and go to a dinner. But what time you get in, Lisa?
I think I get in around noon.
Shit. All right, I'm going to have to fix that, because I'll put in a word that you can go to a dinner with Envies.
Oh, I thought we were doing a dinner with Zoot that night.
I mean, maybe we're doing it with Zoot. I don't even know.
I don't know. We got a lot of plans, fun activities going on.
Yeah. What do you want to do that's fun and exciting, and will just kind of give us some vibe? What do you think would be cool?
Oh, like you, me? You and me?
Duh.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah,
you got to train too. Don't forget that.
I was gonna ride my bike to Captain Cook.
You can do that, but just be prepared to get yelled at by all the locals.
Ooh, Captain Cook's not a good spot to go.
Why? It's pretty epic. It's a great ride.
But they just, during that week, they expect people to be on the course, and if you're not on the course, they're not stoked. In Kona.
You get yelled at quite a bit for not being on the course.
I know.
I did it. I mean, you could. What I would do, Lisa, is go ride with the NV crew because they don't give a damn.
Yeah. I was gonna try to hook up with some people there for rides, runs, swims. I don't know, be an ultimate fangirl of the sport, try to draw some inspiration and get my confidence back up. Honestly, I'm excited about going to Kona to kind of get a little like life back in my body and get myself out of this funk that I've been in.
Who would you
for a few
fangirl
months.
over?
Oh, who would I fangirl over? I feel like I know so many of them like pretty well, like on a personal level. So maybe the people that I don't know as well. I don't know. I'm excited to see Sky Monch race. First race back after pregnancy. In the Big Island. That's pretty cool.
You want to see how good she does so you can determine if you can have a baby and come back or not, or?
No. I can't have a baby and come back. I already am very confident in that.
Oh, I thought you'd be like, you could do it.
No, not at my age. Not at
What?
my.
That's like
not at
when
my
they all
mind.
do it.
Like
How old's
31
Sky?
years old.
They're all. I think Sky might be my age or a year older. But yeah, I can't do it. She's way tougher than me. If I have a baby, I'm retired.
Nobody's
I'll come back as
tougher
an
than
age
you.
grouper.
This is what you got. This is the new mindset, Lisa. This is how you're gonna get your fun.
No one is
Nobody's
tougher
tougher
than
than you.
me.
No one's tougher than you. You're the toughest.
You
What's
are
that?
inevitable.
What's that movie that they're like,
Oh, Wolf of Wall Street? That's what
yeah,
I
and
do
he's
before
like
every
high on
race.
drugs the whole time? Yeah. I'm gonna
every
do that.
race.
I'm gonna.
Sometimes you seem high on drugs even when you're completely sober. So there you go.
Thanks, Jackson.
You go, girl.
In a good
Oh,
way. But yeah, I'm stoked to see the content coming out of you guys. Conan's a vibe. It really is. It's just like you go there and you know the history that's been there, and you're like, ooh, this is epic.
yeah.
And
And
gonna
it's
be
just
really
like you bring in all the freaking triathlon fans, like like everyone gets so geeked up about it. Like it's not the same at 70.3 Worlds. I wish it was. Like I wish that was the same vibe. Because I don't want to do a full. Mark was like, "You're gonna go to Kona and you're gonna leave there wanting to race there so bad." And I said, "I don't know. I went in 2019. And I said, I don't know if I ever want to come back." Sounds so hard, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty epic. Okay, Nick. Before the call, we were chatting about all things that were bothering you. So I want you to give you an opportunity to let off your chest everything that's been bothering you.
I don't really have a lot, actually. What was I even saying? I'm in a better mindset right now.
Okay.
Nick's been
What
working
else-
his whole
what-
podcast while doing the podcast. So
Yeah. Okay. So what I can tell you right now is like the world caught up with me because I like had this last month of like, oh, I'm healing, life's going on. I'm enjoying a little bit of the fruits of nature. We went off grid last week and stayed at this place with no Wi-Fi, no internet, no cell service. It was great. We had Amy's family, the kids. It was nice to get off. And then I like came back here and I was like, oh, we got to focus on budgets for next year. We got to focus on athletes for next year. Who we kicking off? Who we keeping on? Who we going to open programs with? I got to start a nonprofit. Oh my God, what kind of merch am I about to order right now? Like I got smacked with a U-Haul truck full of bullshit today of all the things that I thought that I had more time to do. And Kona is like the moment usually when you're like, the year's about over. You better get that shit ready for next year.
This is the time of the year where, especially us pro triathletes, we start hustling for partnerships and sponsorships. A lot of those conversations happen in September and October. Some trickle into November and December, but that's a stressful time of the year, I think, for a lot of athletes because you're trying to make a livelihood and try to secure some things for next year to keep the dream and the chase alive.
Yeah, it's absolutely a struggle. And I think that's probably what I was bitching about is knowing the state of where our sport is right now. This is one of the years where I don't feel like it's in that good of a place. I feel like the new tariffs that are imposed on all North American imports from most of everything we use for carbon bikes and a lot of tech is getting hammered with a lot of additional costs. Not only that, but it's just expensive for everyone to do anything right now. So sponsorships, people asking for money, pros overvaluing what they do, and just thinking racing is really enough anymore. And like you're seeing that like the people who are getting paid at the top, that is getting squished. And I think that everyone needs to elevate their level of professionalism, creating new ways to hustle, and like money is just tough. I can tell you that from someone who's trying to raise a lot of it.
Yeah.
I feel like
That's what I'm bitching about.
to just add on to that, the Pro Series and the T100, probably more so the Pro Series, has really like concentrated a lot of that sponsorship sort of energy towards the people who are like the top few in that series. Like they don't even do pro panels anymore for non-pro series races, it seems. There's no coverage at any of the non-pro series races, so it's like it's a little tougher to kind of be relevant as someone who's not going for the pro series and like in the top whatever of the pro series. But it also takes those top athletes, and most of them don't do a lot of non-pro series, so it gives a little bit more prize money opportunity. But yeah, you gotta be a multiple trick pony these days, that's for sure, and that's why RTS has so many different angles of age group racing, camps. Nick's coaching 47 athletes.
No, not yet. I don't think I could do it. Once I get about 30-ish, then I'm like, I can't do it anymore. That's too much. But normally it kind of peters off. Like I don't have. We might get like this website I've been working on for EA coaching has been going on. Well, I haven't not been personally, but I've been working with our developer, and there's a lot of things I need to do to make it look good and feel good. But like that should be a massive place of commerce for our sport of coaching and camps and get together in our community. So it's been a lot of fun work. But man, launching RTS racing and getting all the stipulations for what we can provide and what I have to be accountable for to a bunch of strangers who want to just be part of our community. So I'm feeling the pressure. But I also want to get back to racing and training and having fun. And I know that that's not far away, but I think focusing on the industry right now and how we can make it better is my only operation, because it feels stressed. Like trying to work with SRAM or Garmin or all these big companies, like I just realize they don't give a fuck, man. They don't care. They will bring you under their umbrella. They'll take good care of you, but the second that things change for them, you like this is what's really pissing me off. Ready? Go. You will bend over backwards, commit to yourself to a brand, wear a feed hat every single day, but then like the marketing manager gets replaced or budget changes or the social media algorithm changes, and these companies will drop you faster than anything. You are the first budget that will get cut in their entire ecosystem, rather than some bullshit intern who doesn't even matter or care or have an impact. They will cut the pro athletes who have been putting their brand out there, their name, to bring you support and take good care of you. You're the first people that go. And that is my problem with this industry, is that there's certainly tons of good people out there who have managed good relationships, but there's 10 times more who are not looking to take care of those who are taking care of them. And imagine tomorrow, Jackson, if the feed was like, yeah, we noticed you're like our most amazing person representing. You never are breach a contract. We love everything you do. And by the way, we're cutting you next year because shit's gone a little bit worse. And you're like, you just told me how great I was. Oh yeah, but still we're cutting you. It just comes down to that. Like,
please don't cut me, feed.
That's happening.
I love you, the feed.
No, hypothetical.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. And it's you every year on this renegotiation time frame, you feel nervous because you're like, you don't know what can happen. Like I've got pretty much all my contracts up for renewal except for one has a 2-year that's sort of
I'm not even letting you. I mean, we're up for renew, man.
Yeah.
I might drop.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Is like he's literally saying this, and then he's gonna cut me. He's like, "Okay, we'll keep
He's
you
just
on, but
buttering you up.
we'll pay you half."
I'm like Hollywood right now. I'm telling you the movie, so you get used to it. You're desensitized, and then when it happens, you feel all right.
Yeah.
True.
Man.
But yeah, no,
I mean,
it's
it is.
scary. Scary times.
Yeah.
Please don't drop me sponsors just because I had a bad year. But hey, 70.3 Worlds. You're going to see. Here's my plan, okay? 70.3 Worlds, then
Top Canadian.
La Quinta.
Quinta.
Crush both.
Yeah.
And please just let me be injury free from now till eternity. Thank you.
Just don't
Gods of
panic.
Triathlon.
Train. Don't do anything different to try to
I
get
know.
extra speed. But
Just go.
what I was also thinking about during this period of my unsettled soul was that like every day I see athletes posting volume and training, how much they're training. How much fucking training does it take, right? How much does it take? If we've done this consistently for 15 effing years and you're just getting like a percentage or two better, like what are we doing? We're doing something absolutely wrong. Maybe we're training too much, we're not peaking right. Like there's a lot of shit I think that we just
too much.
live. Yeah, we live the lifestyle where we're always chasing the next gain and we're always killing ourselves to get it, but we're not being effective at getting it because we're just feeling like more is more is more is more.
Yeah.
I'm really getting into the boat of that, like, less is so much more. Like, and I'm not someone who has ever trains that much, but I think, like, I can't get my shit together and I put in, like, a really good, like, 10-week block of between, like, 20 to 23 hours, like, almost straight.
Yeah.
And I was racing better at the beginning of the year when most of my lead up was probably, like, 17 to 19 hours. And I'm like, I don't know what is going on, but
Well,
I
know
just
what's
think
going
it's like, well, and I raced a shit ton and made poor life
Yeah.
decisions. That's
Look at
for sure.
European
100%.
athletes. Look at European athletes. They are absolutely destroying us, okay? European athletes
I was
have,
just
when I was
thinking about
training
that.
around, yeah, when I was
I was just
training
like, what
and living
changed in the
around
last
them,
like 10 in the last 10 years? Like, has North America, have we gotten any better, or has Europe just gotten further and further ahead?
I think we've gotten better, but I don't think it's by the margin that European athletes have gone by. But if you look at their off season, I do feel like it's longer. I feel like they start racing later, and I feel like they actually go to training camps specifically to peak for one race, not for like all the races.
Yeah.
Like they have a little bit more calculated approach to like peak for these 3 times, and then the rest of the time you're not over racing. American athletes are over racing for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've said this every freaking year, but I came to a realization for myself of why I haven't actually done it. I raced too much, especially this year when I was like injured half the time, and I was like, "Oh, I'm finally not injured. I'll better race right away." Right away. And the reason is because I have been scared that I won't perform any better if I race less. Because if you race less, there's more pressure. Oh, I only raced 6, 7, 8 times or whatever this year. Let's just say 7 times instead of like 11, which is my normal. If I do 7, then and that is pretty low. Like even like the top, the Ditlevs and those guys, they're probably around that 7 races a year type. And you have to like there's just more pressure to perform at each one, which I have to just be okay with, and I just have to trust it and believe it that yes, I can perform better if I actually focus properly. And then I think training less over a 5-week block, and instead of jamming a 3-week block with like 26 hours every week, do a 5-week block, just be consistent throughout the block, drop it down to like 23, 20, whatever, a little bit less, and then you just really absorb it and nail it and taper properly. And I think I'll just race a lot better. And that's why the end of this year is good, because I didn't finish Augusta. Augusta I did a swim and a 65K bike. So that's 9 weeks from Santa Cruz to Worlds. And then that's another 4 weeks to La Quinta. So that's a good trial of like, do this properly. And I'm still not expecting like 110 runs because there's just not enough time. But I can still compare it to the rest of my year where I was racing all the freaking time and see like, did I feel like I performed better for what my fitness was? And, I can do this for a full season and still it can work, and I can actually peak and do better and be competitive instead of just dwindling off into irrelevance like people seem to do.
But
when
we're
they get into
we're
their
worried about
whatever.
that, right? We're like, if I don't podium enough, then I'm going to be irrelevant. But if I don't race enough, if I don't have enough content and appearances, then I'm also going to be irrelevant. So there's a balance that we all kind of just like let one thing take over and totally throw us out of whack. And performance versus frequency, like that has to be the equation that we figure out for next year. All of us on RTS, we're going to do it different. We're going to show that North American athletes still can do really well. And even Kate in the UK, you're North American when you're on this team.
Welcome, Kate.
No, we need to do
Yeah.
it. And I need to believe that I can actually elevate like the people who do that and be relevant at those races and not just be like, oh, you got a bunch of podiums in top fives at North American races, but you didn't really jump that level and have that Oceanside day or that Worlds 2021 or 2 day that I've been craving so much. But I'm on the right track. You've seen my last couple swims. I'm getting up there. And
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks to Mr.
probably gonna be
Megalo
all
Don
right.
Harper.
I think it's I think next year I'm gonna do, like, once we have a full schedule released, I don't think I'll have any interest in doing any T100 races, whatever those look like next year. But I mean, I already,
No.
They might be getting rid of contracts and just doing 4 big smashers with big prize money,
which
Who told you
could be
that?
fun.
which would be more fun, I think.
Yeah, like the PTO, whatever they had in before the contract stuff.
2022 was
PTO, Milwaukee Open, Dallas Open.
23. That was 23. That was the year. 22 and 23.
Big, and because they had like 40, 45 people on the start line. I think way more exciting for me.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see how that shakes out next year. Still haven't been paid by the T100 since for San Francisco or Vancouver. It's been 4 months since.
Well, I mean, Ironman's usually
3 weeks.
Ironman's like 4 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah,
Oh,
3
there
to
are
4
accounting
weeks.
teams on it.
Yeah, they are on top of it.
Well, who knows what's going to happen with T100? Like, who knows? They're probably like wondering what's going to work for them also. Because their participation at some events, I think, has been staggeringly low. And I don't know. I mean, the broadcast numbers look like they might be high, but I don't know if they really are.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how things shake out in the next, I'm assuming, 2 to 3 months, with race schedules being released and whatnot. But yeah, we're going to make smarter decisions next year, that's for sure.
The thing is,
Yeah,
you raced so well in that block.
What?
Yeah, but
you raced
until she didn't.
there. Yeah, until the end
I
of
mean,
it.
to be honest, I was tired so tired by the time I got to St. George. I did not want to race St. George at all. And then, yeah, I went through this crazy race of like race 6 times in 7 weeks or something really stupid all across the country, the continent. But yeah, gonna be better at choosing smarter races and just, I don't know, really work on my weaknesses. And I really got to figure out how to get more consistent and durable on the run. And that's going to be a big focus of mine. And to get my juju back on the bike. I've been biking really, really poorly.
I was looking at your
Love it, though.
I was looking at your position on the bike. Did you looked more stretched out at Oceanside? It seemed from the photos, but maybe you weren't. Like you looked more
I don't know.
reach.
Yeah, I because I moved my whole front end of the bike up, so I guess that would bring my bike without moving my saddle like a little more scrunched, maybe.
It does.
Anyways,
it does
I'm
bring
gonna drop
it
it back
to you.
down. Yeah.
But no, if you brought it up, you could just try bringing it out a little bit. Like it does look like you're a bit scrunched, but if you're up scrunched but you're out and you're reached, it could be more aero. It could be more comfortable. I don't know. My back's gotten better over the years since tilting the nose of the saddle down. It's not at 17 degrees anymore though. This year it's at like 12 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, my back the past, like, since I've come home for the race is still like on fire. My QLs are still on fire.
Have you tried tilting the freaking nose down?
I have, but I always feel like I have to like keep scooching back.
Well, just like tilt it a little bit and just like try to get used to it. Just see.
Maybe
Because if you tilt it down, it makes more sense with your body position because like it for it to be flat makes sense for if you're sitting upright like this, like that with the shape of our pelvis. If it's flat and you're leaning forward, the lower part of your back has to be rounded like this. If you tilt it down, it can straighten out more.
Yeah. I do have to like I texted my bike fitter, he's ghosting me right now, but trying to sort that out. But Nick, I think you said, do you love it?
Yeah, like, are you loving the training, the process? Because I mean, that goes a long way on race day if you feel like it's
Yeah.
been a good process.
Yeah, and I think I talked to Jackson about this too, and some other people over the past week or couple days. I I haven't felt like I think usually when training is going well, like maybe once a week or like once every 2 weeks, you just smash a session and you're like, wow, like that felt good. I feel amazing. I literally haven't had one of those. Like I haven't had that feeling in the past probably 14 weeks. Which has made it really mentally challenging. Like, yeah, I can do the workouts and it feels okay, but I never feel like I can like, oh yeah, like I know it says 230 watts, but I can smash out 255 watts easy, like nothing. So I just think that me and Coach Matt are reassessing some training and some feels and trying to really get back to feeling good, because once I have some of those, I draw a lot of confidence from it. And that's when, and that's, yeah, the past 2 races, I have not been having fun, which is sucks because I'm someone who really feeds off of fun. And I need to be having fun because this sport is so hard to not have fun.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of fun at the beginning of the year and a lot of different races. And, but yeah, the past 2 races, I'm like, this isn't fun. I just feel bad. So there's just like a couple of things, puzzle pieces that need to fall into place. And I'm hoping I can like sort it out and kind of right the ship for 70.3 Worlds. But, like I really just want to have fun and go in with like a really mentally positive headspace and be like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to, I'm going to stay in it. I'm going to stay focused, and whatever I have. And, hopefully it turns out okay. And if not, I'm taking a really long off season this year and reassessing, letting myself rest and kind of getting the feels back for mentally and physically. So
I'm taking a long off season too. I mean, it feels pretty good.
yeah, no, I mean, like usually I take a really long off season. I'm with you, Nick. It's like, oh, let's get a surgery, and then 8 months later I can race.
I think you've got something happening probably physically. It seems like that's draining your energy a little bit. So there could be a bit of something out of whack, because that affects the mental so much. Like in 2019 when I kind of like under recovered and just like wasn't sleeping enough and whatever, I felt like terrible, and I was like, I want to quit every session. And it turned out I had low T, which you feel crap when you have low T. So anyways, that happened to me. Could be low T.
I know. My estrogen has been high. I'm getting another blood test this week through Rhythm that I'll send in, and they'll tell me if my levels have like figured their shit out.
Yeah.
But,
anytime that you start feeling that way, if your body's not responding and your brain is feeling worthless and you feel worse because of that, because of the cycles not bringing any joy, that's a really good time to like push pause. That's the day that I broke my freaking leg, was the day that I was like, I know I need to stop pushing, but I wasn't listening. And then,
I remember I watched that YouTube. You were like throwing a temper tantrum in the garage. You're like, I don't want to do this book. You kicked the freaking box, and I'm like, and then he crashed. I was like, well,
no, headspace is huge, and I think like that's my point, is like the European athlete mindset with how they train and the pressures. I think that was ultimately the goal with like creating the RTS ecosystem, is to give us all a platform that doesn't stress us so much because we have to be out there and performing and always earning, but we can just be humans and train and then perform even stronger. Like I want that to be the narrative.
Yeah. But I think this, honestly, like how this year's turned out has been a very interesting narrative for RTS. Maybe not in the most like winning, exciting, positive, like, I don't know, but I think it's very real. Like it's
I've been
very,
embracing the journey.
yeah, it's like it's literally this is us, and these are like the highs that we go through, the lows that we go through, the injuries, the setbacks. Like doing triathlon at this level and doing this day in and that day out, like is hard. It's not an easy thing, but like we're not on the freaking front line of war. We're like at the end of the day, like it is just swim, bike, and run, but it means a lot to us, and it is hard. Like it's hard, and every athlete goes through ups and downs and motivational discipline ups and downs, and I don't know, it's
You
part
know
of the
what's for
process.
sure?
So
You guys are gonna have a good time in Kona, and we're gonna have a good time in Marbella.
yeah, Marbella.
Getting
Yeah.
all together.
And
We
then,
keep checking Airbnb and upgrading our place because we just keep having free cancellation. And they're like, "Oh, this one's a little better. This one's a little better." So,
at one time we had like 3 Airbnbs booked.
yeah, I booked one today, and then they're like, "Wait a minute, that doesn't actually have 3 bedrooms." I was like, "Dang it!" So I had to cancel it. Yeah.
I just changed my flight to come in Tuesday night now.
Wait, you're coming to
Wait,
Marbella?
now to Kona.
Yeah. Well,
Wait,
I was
now
going to get
you're
in at 7 p.m.
See, Nick was working this
okay.
whole time. He was like half.
No,
This is why
I've
Nick does so much. He does 17 things at a time. He's like, "Hey, Lisa's talking. I can still listen a little bit, and I can book
Let me
this
change my
flight."
flight to Kona.
I'm telling you, this has been on my radar for the last 4 days, and I just was like, has to happen now. And so there's no other flights. I would have to spend $700 to get one on Southwest, or I could just have a zero price change and come in Tuesday night and find some place to sleep, and then move in on Wednesday with us.
Okay, wait, aren't we staying? We got to mention we got 3, I think just 3, Savannah, Colleen, and Natalie, RTS X members competing in Kona.
We do. We need a pro female. We need a pro female who goes to Kona one day. We need a pro female.
Kate, you're up.
Okay,
You're
I gotta
up.
go
You're
get
taking
my
one for the
phone
team.
charger. I'll be right back because it's my hotspot and it's about dead. Hotspotting
Okay.
wrecks the battery in about 3 seconds.
A lot to and from.
I was gonna say, but won't Savannah be there?
I don't know. I just asked her when she's checking in to the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Oh, she's checking in
She gets there like this
on
weekend.
Saturday.
Yeah.
I thought that she had booked it only for those dates.
Oh. Anyways, so you get there at 7 p.m. on
Tuesday night.
Tuesday. Okay, so you can do some of the whatever Zoot stuff on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's the
forget what
main
they
thing.
have.
I was like, I don't want to miss the activations that we are being, there for.
Yeah. I leave my flight is at 6 a.m., which is gonna feel awful because I think I have to leave at our house at 3:30 a.m. But I land around noon, so I'll be ready to rock and roll. Maybe
So
I
Lisa,
should come in
next
on
year,
Tuesday.
Kona?
You should.
Raleigh, Kona
Really?
Qual.
I'll.
See if you can change it for no cost day before.
Okay, I'll check after this. Yeah, I don't know. I really like whenever I watch myself run, I am such a up and down runner that I just freaking destroy myself. And if I am destroying myself so much in 70.3s, not running that fast, I think I won't even be able to finish a marathon.
All right, so I never am much of a proponent of trying to change running technique, generally.
Yeah.
But have you thought about working with like a technical coach and being like, "Look, here's what's going
I
on,"
know, like a Bobby McGee.
or something? Because like I see what you're seeing. Like it looks like you're trying to sprint. Like it's just a turnover. Like what about just getting on a treadmill with a heart rate monitor and being like, "Okay, I'm running at this pace, and I'm gonna try to get my heart rate as low as I can." And just see if it can happen, and maybe you find a more efficient stride. I don't know, Nick. What do you think?
Well, so I actually did a thesis on stride length, stride frequency, and.
So you've got it all figured out and you're perfect then, I guess.
No. I'm just saying you are most economical at your chosen stride frequency. That's not to say that you can't change it and become like if you teach yourself how to run at a higher cadence. But it takes time to adapt and be more economical. But like if
I
I were to
think,
just
Lisa, I don't think it's stride rate. I don't think it's anything. I think you just need to lean forward from the hip more and let gravity do work. You are not, you. So what I learned also from all the trauma from all of our lives of whatever, you could have caught yourself one time from falling and your body repatterned how you determine your equilibrium for when you're running. And I did this with like this ocular tracking thing. And we found that when I am found to be vulnerable in a position of weakness, my body will naturally really overcompensate and make me lean back. So when I run, I had to train myself to lean much more further forward. And that's the biggest thing I notice with people who have good run economy, but they don't have that nice drive and they can't use it because they're not leaning that forward motion enough.
yeah,
So
and I think it's a lot of well, I think it's a big lot of things going on with me, but I think a lot of it too starts with a lot of tightness in my thoracic spine and my lats because I just don't have the mobility to actually get myself into a place or the strength to hold my like a postural strength, mobility, and like neuromuscular control.
yeah, you seem to be using too much shoulder to keep it going rather than relying on that drive from that nice roll from that spinal column.
Yeah. So like literally figuring out how to like rotate around your nice solid core.
Well, that's what Ellie was doing. Ellie was running to where she was always making contact with her arms, and that kind of fixed a lot of what she was going to. So, because she was always like out and about, and now you see her run, she's really tight, and she had to force that, but it made a difference.
Yeah. It's something, and it's just like a quicker, ground contact time, but like overall like strength, durability. But yeah, so Jay to carry. I think that's how you say his last name. He's a PT.
No idea what
He's
you
based
said.
out of, he's a PT based out of Bend, Oregon. He's the guy who made the Mobo board.
Oh, I have one of those. It's awesome.
Yeah. So he has a book. I forget what it's called, but it's a lot of just like different exercises and explains really well, like, for me, one of the reasons why I have like my low back is on fire right now is because I have a weak core, my glutes don't know how to fire, and I'm so quad dominant. So all the stress just it's skipping my glutes and going straight to my low back.
Is it your glute medius also?
Yeah. And the thing is, like, I think I have potentially a strong glute medius, and
I guarantee
like,
you do.
glutes,
I think it's your position.
but I also just don't know how to like use that muscle. Like I don't know how to activate it. It's like a neuromuscular control where I'm just like unable of like I can't fucking use them. They're just
I think they're getting used, but the quad dominance is killing the lack of support that you have in the backside. Like your antagonists and protagonists are just way out of balance. I think that is because that happened to me for years. Remember, Jackson, when we would do a race, I'd be killing it off the front. I'd be super powerful, but I was a little bit too aggressive on the front. I was a little bit more down, and then my glute medius and sacral joint I could not push out power. I couldn't stay in aero. But over time, I did eventually get more.
to fix it.
Yeah, I'd have to take CBD or Tylenol during the race to like not have back pain. And Lisa, I totally get it. It's the worst. But I think adjusting your bike position a little bit to be not even 2% less aggressive makes such a big difference.
Yeah. And that's what I did before this race is I raised my front end up like probably 2 centimeters, like a lot.
That's a lot.
I know. It didn't help though.
Could be some other stuff. But anyways,
yeah.
I really like that's why this sport's great. That's why there's so many things we can focus on and hyper focus on and really fix. It's like everything adds up to a really solid performance. And that's why when you see somebody win by 10 or 15 minutes, sometimes you're like, what the fuck? What are they doing? Like, how? Where?
Yeah. And I think we do also. We're gonna wrap this up, but I think we gotta celebrate those performances when somebody has a day and they just go off, because that's what we're all chasing, is that day where everything just like freaking clicks. That's why we keep doing this sport. We're like, our day's out there.
When it's somebody that's just like one of my favorite ever, for example, when Max Newman won the European Open. Like he had a few good results, but he freaking beat Christian Blumenfeld in that race. And it was European Open, right? And probably the most competitive one of the year. And he just goes and wins it. And like when someone who seemed like I'm not like trying to be a pessimist or anything, but like when people are winning everything, it's like it's not really harder for them. Like it's not like they're it's not like they're trying harder than the people who are not winning. They've figured out their formula and they're killing it, and that's awesome for them. But I love seeing it when someone who's not expected to do that just pulls it off, and like it gives
Figures
hope
it out.
to those who are like kind of close and trying, right? And like
Yeah.
it's just such a much more inspirational story to me. But then you need the people who are winning all the time, because otherwise those performances that are rare don't seem as good. Because if it's always someone different winning, then it's not special. But anyways,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'd love to see some more of that type of stuff. Who knows? Maybe Kona. Maybe one of the girls that's not expected to win is going to win.
I
Remember what
guarantee
Chelsea
we'll see
Darrell
someone
won?
in the. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see girls in the top 10 who just had a ripper of a day. I love it.
Yeah.
I hope Sky Monch like absolutely comes out of the woodwork and wins that shit.
That would be insane.
That'd be so crazy.
All right. Well, this has been an hour and 5 minutes. Thank you for your time, Lisa and Jackson, and all listeners. If you do enjoy this podcast, you can help us out by sending it to your friends and saying, hey, these people are pretty real and they've been around for about 5 years doing it. They got a bunch of episodes you can listen to on your trainer. They got YouTube channels. Lisa will dance for you if you sign up for her cameo.
Is someone ripping around on a
I gotta
dirt
start.
bike?
I get it.
Yeah, someone just tore off on a dirt bike. They're gone now. But we're doing a lot of stuff to try to make this community better. And thank you for being here. We will, if you have suggestions, go to realtrysquad.com and put them somewhere. Contact us. P.S. The podcast is great. It changed my life, but we need to hear more from Garrick about why he's had hip issues or something.
He might be retired. He maybe won't do the podcast anymore. I don't know. He's trying to buy a house in Canada. He's got lots going on. So we'll hear from Garrick next week, hopefully.
Well, until then, peace.
Ow.
Bring it out.